Hi there, this is Fiona. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are on another week in September, and the theme is, drum roll, please. So, the theme that they gave me this week was all about reverence, being reverent, and your abundance. So, the initial question was, do you really know that you, in your true nature, are already abundant? That you are already all you need to be. As source, as God, as you are already abundant. So every soul needs to learn this and understand this, or you will be constantly and constantly re-going over the same thing, the same struggles over and over and over again. I mean, I know I've been there as well. So, like, it's taken a while to kind of get there and understand a lot of these principles that the dragons are putting through. You will keep learning the same lesson over and over and over again. Either you're in survival and you're struggling, or you know yourself as the source of all supply because you are already abundant. And that can be kind of mind blowing, and it can be like, oh God, really, Fiona? I don't know really how I get there. But this is absolutely poignant, potent that we have a look at things from a different angle. You've already done over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, lack and not feeling worthy and not thinking that you're enough and that you don't matter when you know deep, 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 deep down, you are here for more. You are here for more than this. So, as an emissary for the dragons, somebody who's going to connect you to your soul, let's go through and really start to listen with your body as your receiver, as you are remembering that you are a soul. Use your body and kind of go, oh, there it is. Don't use your mind so much because the overthinking puts you into communication that's just too much. You know, when too much is going up in here, the messages can't get through. You are the reverend. Think of yourself as a minister. You are source. You are the soul, the one who brings back others to light. You are here to help the evolution of the population. Now, when I first heard that, when the dragon said that to me, I was like, huh? Me? But this is the journey that we come along as a soul. First of all, you will learn that you are creating your own environment. You're creating your own reality. Call that manifesting. By doing that, you suddenly realize, oh, well, I'm the creator then. Well, I'm no different to God. And then you think, oh God, I can't say that. But you are source and you are soul. So therefore, yes, of course, you have God in your heart. You have God in every single cell of you. You are part of source. So you are the creator. So when everybody's talking about manifesting and creating things, it's just there to show you where we are evolving on the planet, how you are in fact the creator. And to be able to get into the conduit, to be able to get up to source, to be able to be in that conduit yourself, there are certain steps that the dragons show us on their quest to help you understand that the vision that source has for you is way more than you struggling, way more than you thinking that you have to survive life. That was previous generations. You are not part of that. You are here for so much more. Now, you've done worry, you've done self-diminishing, all of that. What if you could just see yourself and know yourself already as abundant? If you're in awe and wonder of the world that you've created around you, if you could be in reverence, not of someone else by giving your power away, but to yourself. If you can hear the messages that are coming from soul, if you can hear and understand what's happening. I speak mostly and I deal solely with women and their enterprises because they have been given a mission. They know that there is so much more for them to do. So I help women with their entrepreneurship, with their business, to help them see what they are really are, what they are really here for. When I do a reading for someone, it's never just about, okay, fine, we'll do this, this, and this and earn your money. I mean, any coach can do that. They're teaching learned things. But what I'm doing is I am leaning in and I'm diving in and I'm listening to the soul of your business. When you understand the spirit of your business and what she has to say to you, it opens you up to spirit in general. But because most of us, the women I love to deal with, are here on a mission, they're pioneers, they want to be bosses. You have to understand that your source, your supply is coming from you, it's coming from source, it's coming from the spirit of your business. So once you're able to understand that and then get into that flow, that abundance, that flow, that knowing exactly who you are, there's a saying that a lot of my clients end up saying, to thine own self be true, which means you are not taking guidance from anyone else. You are taking your own guidance. You are listening to the source and the soul within. You are understanding about your business. You're not here as a servant. You are here. You chose to be here at this specific time. You're a movement of women across the globe and men across the globe who have come and been born at this specific time to be pioneers and to leave a legacy, to evolve human nature, to evolve the human race. I'm just seeing what else is coming in because there's a lot coming in. I'm like, yes, I'm so excited. Um, you you live in the reverence, total and utter respect of yourself, of who you came in to be. You have already lived life upon life upon life upon life upon life as a huge, amazing inspiration, as a master, a mastermind, a master creator. Where it's whether whatever planet, whatever realm, whatever Lemurian, Atlantean, whatever, you've come in as. Now, the dragons are specifically here to remind you that is who you are. That is 100% who you are. Let's get you connected to that so that you can start to understand and start acting from your own power, from your own abundance, um, your own power supply. Let's just put it that way. You are your own power supply. So you remember your inner world is your supplier. So when we start with manifesting, that's part of the soul's journey. We start manifesting and then we start seeing the evidence. Oh, I must have created that because, well, how else would that have come about? That was exactly every single thing that I said that I wanted. So, like the houses that I've created, or the relationships that I've created, or the business clients and suppliers that I've created. Now, they come because I have created them in my thoughts, my imaginations, and how I feel about them. I'm putting the message out to the universe, out to source. This is what needs to be created. Okay, so you become the manifester. But the true manifester, your true source, is your soul. And once you're connected to that, which is sovereign, the dragon sovereign that we're all getting to know well and truly over these last few years, she wants you connected to your soul. Remember who you are. Remember that you are source. Remember that you are soul. Um, what she wants to remind you is you are already infinite. You are already amazing. You're already powerful. Now, think of what's his name? The Japanese guy, water crystals, Masaru Emoto, and how he proved that you can send thoughts and feelings and water that was originally well, let's just say the word that came to me is dysfunctional. It starts to sprout and be like these amazing snow crystals, snowflakes. They look so beautiful, geometric patterns and just absolutely beautiful. If we are, I think it's something like 75% water. That's why raw food and detoxing and hydrating yourself is so important. If we are that, just think if you already believed that you were abundant, if you were from source, if you were joy, if you were in reverence of that, if you were standing in awe and wonder of life, if you can just see, oh my God, I love, love, love this. If you could see how your energy changes and therefore what is able to be matched to you when you truly and utterly believe, and it's my job to help you believe that you are source, that you are soul. And that is what I am here for. It is the dragon's quest through these cards to help you start creating your own life so that you can see that you are the creator. All right. So this is like the first portal that you go through with these dragons, awakening with the dragons, awakening to your consciousness. Wow, if I'm conscious of that, this is what I'm being guided towards. Why is that post coming up? Oh, that's why. Why am I hearing that conversation? Why am I seeing these angel numbers? You're working your way through the first portal to realize I'm a spiritual being in having a human experience. And then you go through the first portal and you enter into this utopian reality where you start to realize I am abundant, I'm amazing, I'm a clear channel, I'm a conduit. And everything starts being created anew from this second portal. I just saw 1111 on my phone then as well. So you're coming home to that remembrance of how astonishingly powerful you are. You're breaking illusions of lack, unworthiness, and separation. You are radiating the truth from your body, which is your barometer and your transmitter. You are radiating the truth of who you are as abundant, as sovereign, and as divine. Now, I've never ever said it clearer than that before. Oh my word, I forgot my glasses. All right. I wonder if these will do. Funny pair of pink glasses. Okay, all in pink today. Now let's go through and choose the cards for you that are going to help you understand what spell needs to be broken for you next. So let's call in card number one. What? Ooh, okay. Thank you very much. What spell needs to be broken for you today? Number 14 is Tara. Oh gosh, straight there. Thank you, Tara. Let's have a look what these look like, shall we? Oh, all right. All right. So we are, I've got these amazing pink glasses on because they're the only ones on my desk. So this week, when we're talking about pulling in and going into knowing yourself as soul, being reverent of that, really, really pulling it in. Let's see what the dragons have to say about that. Card number 14, Tara. Ooh. The consequences of holding on to that energy and vibration that you feel inside your body. Now, this is what we were talking about, isn't it? What if you can do away with lack, you can do away with I'm not good enough, you can do away with like, oh, thinking about all those kind of things that we've done until the end of our days. Now, what if we pivot, which is Tara, always wanting us to pivot? What if we pivot and just say, I'm amazing, I'm abundance, I'm sovereign, I'm in my element, I'm absolutely amazing. Right, let's see what she has to say before God, it's a long one. When these cards come through to you, it's not for your head. It is for you to drop away from your head and start feeling this through your body. So, the consequences of holding that energy and vibration that you feel inside your body. There are huge consequences to the energy you choose to experience. Physical, mental, emotional, financial, and the very air around you changes when you decide to observe what you can let go of. Just let go of the lack, let go of the worry, and start knowing and trusting and feeling that you are absolutely abundant. You are soul, you are source. I'm on it today. Be curious and willing to graciously accept all that comes your way. You have been given an opportunity to receive a message when you experience a feeling or a symptom rising up. Allow this to flood your body with the experience that there is there for you. Listen closely to the message. There are huge consequences from what you choose to think and feel. Consequences that have a chain reaction and a knock-on effect to you physically, mentally, and the very chemicals and hormones that are released to those specific thoughts and feelings. Again, go back to is it Masaru Emoto's like water crystals. So you can see there's a huge knock-on effect to you internally and in the world inside your aura. Remember we did the aura cleanse last week. and sovereign burning off the outside, um, you can see then that if you change your thoughts and your feelings and you're feeling abundant, I'm amazing, I'm source, I'm soul. If you feel that on the inside of your body and you start emanating that, radiating that, is absolutely no way that the world around you will not start matching that in your finances, in your relationships, and in everything. It's like so much of a next level soul. This is amazing stuff. You and all humans have had the habit to only identify with certain familiar feelings and not others. It has become a personal pattern to attach a personal story onto a feeling. And then that energy state has gets hooked in and creates a familiar flow of chemicals and energy relating to that frequency and feeling. Many times too, you try to make sense of what you feel and you go into analyzing it deep down. You look at it again, you feel it again, and you tell the story again and look at it again and feel it again and analyze it further. Giving it a place, you create it into form the more you rethink and look into and analyze that specific thought that you have or that energy that you're feeling. You can watch as that energy gets stuck on repeat from negative thinking and feelings. Okay, I don't want to talk about that so much. I really want to say there are huge consequences to allowing yourself to feel and know that you are source and that you are already abundant. If you forget that you are a human and you step into your soul self, which is my mission to help you understand that, you will feel and eventually through an hour, a day, 2 days, 3 days, a week. Imagine doing that for 40 days. You would just feel so flipping abundant and you start to believe it. And your world has to change around you. So we won't be looking at all what's going wrong and what needs changed and how else you need to be and what new course you need to learn. This is all about you really just being it. It's not that you're doing anything wrong, you're being wrong. That's what the dragons are saying to me. And they've said that to me so many times when I've been with clients. You're not doing anything wrong, you're being wrong. Like, be abundant, be the soul, be the spirit. All right, so let's go on to card number two. Card number two for this week, all about the fact that you are to be in reverence and abundance of who you are as a spirit and soul being. The shift from chasing money and power instead to honor source as your true supply of your power and to unlock the opulent flow. Never chase the money. Never, ever, ever, ever chase the money. Chase source. Chase the, come on. Mira ora te iri ke ambi te ki e ombale aka. Ne kere e kara hae kere tiko ombi dia. Wait. Thank you very much. Now we have ceremony. Tune in and operate from a wider bandwidth and an infinite spectrum of frequencies and vibrations. So what that means, 54, let me find that. What that means is that you are tuning into a wider bandwidth. Can you feel where abundance lives in your spectrum? Can you feel where your authority lives? Can you, I mean, these classes are funny, aren't they? Can you feel where abundance lives? All right, so I'm going to start explaining this card. Card number 54, ceremony. Tune into and operate from a wider bandwidth and an infinite spectrum of frequencies and vibration. If you can feel where you are now, and then feel into where reverence is and abundance. I'm in reverence of this world. Like, oh, I respect it so. I respect my soul so much. I respect source. I respect God. I'm in reverence of myself for living this life and choosing to come here. Can you feel the energy shift from going into that state? So let's start reading what she has to say to us here. Ceremony, the rainbow dragon. She is 100% totally getting you to be in this state so that you can fly forwards. I'm only going to say that. It's so tempting to view life and believe that all that you see and all that you feel is all that there is. Like when you start looking at the facts, oh, my car doesn't work. I don't have enough money in my bank account. He doesn't love me. This house isn't da 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 da. Um, and you believe then that that then is. It could be to do with your weight. It could be to do with the number of clients you got. It could be to do with your finances. Like, whoa, that's it then, isn't it? Because that's all that's in my bank account. What if you could create that differently? This is what we're talking about. There is a full spectrum of feelings available, and you have only access a very limited spectrum. Really, this week, the dragons are really all about getting you into a much wider spectrum. Like, have you ever considered just how wonderfully abundant you are, how opulent, how lavishly rich you are, how loved you are, how grateful you are, all of that, and just see how that massively shifts your bandwidth. Imagine the light spectrum, some of which you can see and understand with your limited visible spectrum of the light that surrounds you all of the time. This is your human vision I'm talking about. Now, you know that different species can see into the expanded spectrum of light with their eyes, as well as engaging other senses. They experience a different spectrum of knowing. Some people sense, some snakes sense or lizards sense with their tongue and they feel into the air, and other people, uh, animals use their ears. So there's a different way of sensing. They're picking up sonar, they're picking up ultraviolet, they're picking up with their senses. Now consider that you're only experiencing the emotions and the feelings you feel comfortable with, and your brain can compute because that's all you've ever experienced before. So you're stuck in this loop, and the dragons are asking, like, get out of the loop, get out of the loop. You are being asked to step out of your current limited emotional and sensing spectrums and start working your way into a broader spectrum. Where there is more color, more sensations, you can feel consciously more and more comfortable and be more and more safe and familiar with, and let's just put that out there, abundance, reverence, being in love and joy and feeling lavishly opulent about life and just thoroughly enjoying the whole experience. Turn the page. At some point, you'll feel that you have swum and have triggered you previously to respond in certain ways. But it won't be something that even touches you anymore. So when you get that bill in the next time, you go, well, that's okay because I'm abundant. Or when some argument comes up, so, well, that's okay. I know I'm gorgeous. And when something else goes wrong, you go, well, that's okay. I believe everything is going to happen for a reason. You rise above it. And this is where Utopia takes you to. In Ceremonies, the dragon just before Utopia, where she takes you into the field where you're not from this world. You are from this world, but you're not of this world. Let's put it that way. So when something happens, you can handle it like, got it. It's sorted. My soul, my supplier will sort that out. Source will sort that out because I've asked. The energy you perceive through your senses is something that's not for you to personally react to. You see and feel in a different way to others. You are conscious and free, finding it easier and easier to distinguish and understand what you are exploring and expanding into your senses. You're going to go from third to fourth to fifth to sixth to seventh to eighth, and you'll just kind of go, I know that this is what this is all about. And yeah, I've already bridged the gap. I'm already going through that. It's like a quantum leap that you get to understand that you are already abundant. So that was card number 2. The dragons are specifically here on a quest to bring you back to your soul, to help you remember that within you, you are abundant, you are amazing, you have access to lavishness, luxury, deliciousness, delight, pleasures. They do not understand, your soul does not understand lack. It does not understand that you don't matter. It does not understand your worries. It only has a constant flow of thoughts of being abundant, of being lavish, of being delicious, of being What's the word? Are they just showing me all this stuff? Sovereign. That you are already sovereign. Get that in, put that in, make that amazing for you. Woof. Okay. That channeling is making me rather hot. All right. We are moving on to card number three. When I fan myself and I woo-wee and allow myself a glass of water. We are moving into different realms. How much love can you accept? How much money can you accept? How much joy can you accept? How excited are you about your life? Right. Let's go into can you make the decision that I'm just going to be have fun and just to enjoy myself no matter what. Um, all right, so these cards, card number three is what we're moving into. Okay, Utopia number 59. Beyond love and what we know and have experienced of love. So we are talking very much this week about how we expand into a broader bandwidth where we know we are loved, when we know we are expanding into a broader bandwidth, when we know that we are loved, we know that we're abundant, we know that we are already source, we know that we're already soul, we already have it all going on the inside. So let's read card number three, which is number 59 and Utopia. Now, we mentioned Utopia a minute ago. Utopia is the dragon that shows you and leads you through the portal. There are just no worries. There are no worries here. You are already in. I am that. You are already through the gates of heaven. You are already living, I say notorious. You're already living a notorious life. You're already lavish and just really, really enjoying an opulent life. You are ecstatic. Let's put that energy in there. All right. So the message here, beyond love and what we know and have experienced of love, there is so much more. Every single time you think, oh, that's a better love than the last one, there is always so much more. Every single day you could expand into a new level of love. There is an expansion beyond love that you seek. A quest that is not necessarily for the majority of the population to know about. However, more of the population that have that ability to feel the frequency of love and are able to step more into this frequency of love, the faster huge consequences can happen for overall planets and populations' vibration. When I say love, I don't mean the love of another. I mean the love for yourself. I mean the love for experiencing your life. Talk about that as being abundant. Talk about that as being opulent, ecstatic, like, wow, wow, what could be better than this? Your curiosity to experience and know what is beyond love is a feeling of mass expansion. We really are talking about expansion this week, aren't we? And a gentle connectedness to every single particle of the world. Connected and feeling the capacity to love everything and everyone. This is the state you might decide to call pure bliss. The feeling is being in an altered state of awe, in wonder, in a childlike state. Other adequate descriptive words in this feeling state of what's beyond love would be enlightened, blissful, peaceful, and even an ecstatic state. There we go. There is a specific feeling that goes with this and lands in the human body, and that is that you can feel quite heavy and that it is so grounded and very filling and has you reaching beyond your normal states and experiencing an expansion of your energy. Thank you very much, Utopia. The energy is one that is very, really difficult to contain, and it can be difficult to understand as you can't hold it or reach it or touch it, but it is just a sense within you. So let that soak in and be experienced. The experience of feeling pure bliss and love can be mind-blowing. As you entered into altered states and it grows within you, developing a capacity that resembles being enlightened, an enlightened being, as you would imagine, Buddha or Jesus, who were just in love and open and accepting the whole time. At the same time, the pure love state has a weightlessness feeling. It is a state when you can cross over into vibration and talk to other dimensions, have interspecies communications. And when you are able to see across the different light spectrums, it is like being able to feel across the different vibration spectrums as well. Your senses are alert and intuition is feeding and guiding you. To know bliss is to enter the state beyond love. It has been given an image of to describe, and it is words that are basic. Words are a basic descriptive language that are truly inadequate to describe such a feeling. I'm being told along with this kind of goes with the message that we had earlier on. Like every single soul on this planet born needs to understand this. Otherwise, you will keep repeating the same lessons. You will keep getting the same level of relationships, same level of finances, the same level of health. You will still be in survival mode, trying to sort things out, struggling, or you can accept and build up your reverence that you are source, that you are a child of God, that you have access to God, that you have conversations with God, that you are soul, that you are all of that, and that you came in here with a mission to do something extraordinary, but you cannot do that while you are following something that came from earth. Does that make sense? You cannot do your mission, the vision that Source has for you, if you are following what someone else on the outside of you is telling you to do. The information comes from the inside. This is your guidance through Source, through your soul. When you allow that through and you just admit that is who you are, that is when things will really shift for you, for the people that you serve and help. God, this is massive this week. I absolutely love it. If you have any questions about that, please let me know and I will try and explain it even better. I will let the dragons come through and write an article about that. So there's a lot going on this week. So as we're coming into now, September was going to be a big shift month, the same as August was a big shift month, but September's a big shift month. So I'm hoping that you are seeing this big shift within you. If you're experiencing it within me and how I'm talking differently and I'm triggering something different in you, can't even speak, in Lou. All right, so we are going to ask card number 4 to come through and speak to us about this feeling of reverence and abundance and the fact that the dragons are here to remind you it is their quest to bring you home, for you to be in remembrance, breaking the illusions of survival, of lack of love, unworthiness, or any kind of separation. If you know, when you know that you are source, you are therefore abundant. You are inheriting, you've got God's inheritance. You are inheriting every single skill and love and abundance that comes through you as a soul. You have access to that. That's one of the messages from the dragons as well. Let's just see what comes out now so that you can radiate the truth of who and what you are. There we go. Yeah, absolutely. I can't deny that, Bloom. This is the best message for us right now. So 41, Bloom. Let's get to 43. Now, Bloom is the dragon that really has you playing wildly. Bloom is a dragon that has you playing wildly. She's like, come on, let's go for this. Think Pink or Lady Gaga. She's like, kind of, come on, let's go out there. Let's make some difference. Let's get this going. Let's have some fun with this. Let's be childish. So her message, create the frequency of the feeling you want to experience the most. Now, isn't that the whole theme this week? What if you could create the feeling of abundance, being in reverence of who you are, the fact that you are born at this particular time. You're a movement of women and men across the planet that are here to do flipping amazing things and leave a legacy. And that you trust and you believe in that, that you let go of all lack. Right, let's see what else she has to say before I go off on a rant. You may have found so many reasons not to do this so far. The life force of your creation needs space to land. So enjoy the value in making this important enough to you for you to invest fully with your mind, fully with your body, and fully with your soul. You will bring this into your whole mind and body experience, creating the reality in the invisible realm, playfully imagining and focusing on your desire, and create a space like a sanctuary for this to land, to be born, to develop, to grow, and bring it to life. Can you feel what it's like to have the feeling inside you of what it is that you most deeply, deeply desire? My God, what is the feeling that you most deeply want to desire? There is a game that you can play by stepping into the character, the highest version of you that has this very experience that you desire the most already within you. For this example, we use the experience of being loved, and it is an opening experience to embody that experience. Sometimes what the dragons show me is like to step into the character of a movie of like someone who feels the abundance, someone who feels the joy, someone who feels the love, and you take on that role. You know, like when you read a book and there's a character in the book and you went, oh, you become the character. This is what they're asking you to do. Become the character who is experiencing the frequency of what you want the most. Like expand your frequency into that. Don't keep complaining that someone's not treating you the way you want them to treat you, or your business is not bringing you the money. Like step into the frequency of like, oh, God, I'm already abundant. I mean, my soul is abundant. My soul is the most love that I've ever felt in my whole life, ever. So step into the frequency. Let's just see if there's anything else here. All right, how you feel it in your body, your introduction to the creation of innocence and unconditional feeling of love, or abundance, or opulence, or joy, and bringing that fully into your body. The next step is that you think of another experience or memory where that is naturally occurring for you so that you don't have to struggle to find it. So, what naturally brings you the feeling of abundance, or naturally brings you the feeling of love, or naturally brings you the feeling of divine connection, or naturally brings you the feeling of super opulent health, agility, and you step into that step by step by step by step. You play with it. You're like, oh yeah, what else brings me the feeling of abundance? Like, oh God, just being connected to source and being connected to spirit, like being out in the world and in awe of wonder of the trees. And I love, love, love this house. When you're taking photographs of things, close-up photographs, or really appreciating colors, or really appreciating bugs, or really appreciating the clouds in the sky, you're getting closer and closer and closer to the feeling of abundance, love, and joy, and what your soul really appreciates about being alive. Until you feel that love, abundance, and you can be in that feeling of it, you find that you will start to see the evidence of it arriving. So, if you've ever been in love, for example, in a new relationship, and it's just, oh God, just amazing. That's why the dragons often just say, well, just start playing with a puppy. Don't try and find, the soulmate, the love of your life. Feel the love, feel what it is, feel the abundance. Like, oh my God, that's just amazing. I just love the way that feels. And then start seeing how the world around you starts responding, because your cells are so full of that. You are radiating, you're overflowing that out. You have got a flow around you of that. You are filled up to the brim, and it's just pouring out of you because you are so full of that expression, of that frequency. Again, my name is Fiona Robertson. I'm here to help you experience how you get into your next creation, how you expand the bandwidth of who and what you are so that things can start changing for you. So your whole world around you can start matching how you are feeling and how you're being. Arguments, relationships can change around you when you start using your soul and when you start feeling lavish and feeling abundant and feeling love and blissful and decadent and ecstatic. The dragons are here to help you remember exactly who and what you are as a spiritual being, having a human experience, allowing you to expand your frequency. So that's it for me. You've had card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, and card number 4. And every week we are here helping you understand your connection to source, understanding the connection to the dragons, so that you can fulfill and be the highest version of you in this lifetime. These dragon cards are available on Amazon. Anyone buying a set of cards in at the reduced price during September automatically gets a business reading from me and the dragons. We look into and we ask the business, what does it exactly want to say to you? This is the vision that Source has for you. So have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week with whatever the dragons decide to bring about as the message for next week.